CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code
Guys, the Chickens here, back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, I want to start off in the videos tab, because there's going to be a lot of stuff posted in here, and I think in the news tab by the time that this video comes out. So if you guys are interested in more of the speculation stuff, it's actually really cool that Supercell did this. So basically what they did was they sent a picture to like me, Zedmod, Cosmic, OP, and a couple of the other guys, and they allowed us to kind of speculate on what this image could be. We don't actually know what it is, which is the cool part, so we're all just kind of like looking at these like, like, what is it? But you know, because like the pictures are funny, man. Like Zedmod's got a suitcase in the water, like a refrigerator or something. Mine's literally a rock. They're like, here, chicken, make a speculation video on a rock. I was like, okay. But I mean, if anyone can do it, it's a chicken. But yeah, I don't know what the other guys have yet, but just keep glued into this tab. I think they're going to post a like a blurb there that kind of goes over all the stuff. But yeah, it was kind of fun just to mess around with. So going from fun to even more fun, Warships. Oh my god, guys. So we went on a crazy win streak today. I think I lost like 4 out of 20 battles. All the way up to, I think I went up to Diamond 30. I think that was the highest. It'll tell me in my my player profile here if we can find us. Where are we on the Canada? Nope. Did we sink down a little bit? 23. If we get profile, highest rank. Okay, I exaggerated a bit. We were 20 out of 100. Only 288 battles fought. That's not a lot, so we got to step that up a little bit. But yeah. So here's what we're doing, guys, and it works super well. It's super easy. Heavy chopper, 5 bomber. Basically can't be stopped. It just comes down to time. Now, there's 2 ways you could do this. There's the safe way, and then there's the speedy way. So you can either just brick with Battle Wars or Kavon with second win. For right now, I'm leaning towards Kavon in second win, and I'm kind of at a crossroads here, guys. I'm at 2 points where either A, stick to the path, you know, do the boring stuff, grind it out, stay in Diamond, and get to 6 as quickly as possible. Versus, here's my plan. It's a bit of a chicken plan, but it's a plan. Grab this gunboat energy and actually unlock the riflemen, max those out, and then with the extra GBE, with the maxed out riflemen, taking in second wind, and just spamming that second wind, I think we would just roll through bases. But let's take a step back at first, and let's just go over what we've been doing just to show you guys, and then we'll kind of, I still don't know what we're going to do in the texture. I think I'm probably leaning towards saving towards 6, because I know how punishing that can be once you stay at a certain engine room number for too long. We saw that in 4, we saw that, we're going to see that in 5, and we 100% saw that in 3. That got disgusting really, really quickly, so we want to try to avoid that if we can. Guys, if you're not already, make sure you use the code chicken in the shop. You want to be entered in some giveaways. I'm actually doing giveaways on both channels, so you know, you guys know what to do. Check all that stuff out. It's all good stuff. So here we go. Now, what I try to do with the heavy choppers, I take 3 of them. I feel like 3 is a good number. You know, you could probably do 2, 6, but I think it depends on the base. This base is a little bit more spread out. So what we're gonna do is this: I'm gonna 1, 2, and I'm gonna 1 way over here. What this allows us to do is to really spread out our bombers. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, notice I'm not going to put Kavon down just yet. I want to make sure that we have a at least like 3 or 4 heavies die, which we're getting close to that now. Because when I put Kavon down, I'm just going to put him down in an area that's a little bit weak on the heavies, and then we're just going to kind of spam launch from there. So there's a ton of defense in the bottom, not so much on the top. So we're actually going to bring Kavon in right about now. I'm going to use 2 second wins. That should be mostly heavies. There's actually a lot of riflemen, so 1 second one probably would have been fine. But yeah, so from here, we're just going to run up to the top. I'll throw a shock down there. We didn't really need it. Yeah, I mean, what you want to be using your GBE on is second wind. You know, shock stuff if you need it. But the most important thing about using heavy choppers with bombers now is just flare. Just flare. Like, you're not in, you know, it's not a question of when you're going to finish. Or sorry, it's not a question of if you're going to finish, which we all got so used to. It's a question of when. So, yeah, we really got to just be pushing. I got to get my troops up over this way. If we lose a couple heavies, it's not the end of the world at all. We do need to take out this front line. Okay, let's go like this. computer's messed around. Yep, we're going to replace that. Are we still going? Okay, cool. All right, so now we're going to go bang, bang, bang. A little bit late on that flare. And you see I'm not worried about any of these defenses at all whatsoever. I will do a bit of a flare there, and we'll throw some critters down for the extra damage. But I mean, if the machine gun kicks in, whatever kicks in, it doesn't really matter. We just want to get that damage in and off, and boom. 2 minutes and 14 seconds. I was a little bit nervous there because he got us down to 1 pretty quickly, but let's see what happened. 2-5. There we go. There we go. So it looks like this guy did all heavy rush, which can be very good. You see, he got the first 4 down really, really quickly, but you know, you got to be sure on it. You got to be sure on it. But I think all heavy choppers with bullet is good, but again, you know, you need stuff to support it. You need all the GBE. You know, you need other things as well. You can't just go in kind of, you know, willy-nilly without a plan. But we'll dive into another one, see what we can do. And yeah, so I mean, the most important thing in Warships, as always, is just as soon as you get on a good streak, just press it. Like today, I probably put in, I know I don't have a lot of overall battles, but today I probably put in close to 100. About 50% of my overall season battles were probably from today. We're just grinding out like crazy. So this base is interesting. He's got a clustered base in the center. So I think what we're going to do, I still want to spread out the heavy choppers a little bit, but I still don't want them on top of each other, because that's when you get into problems. Like when they're doing this and the base is over here, then they're just taking damage from everything, and that doesn't help anybody, right? That's no good for anyone. They're just going to go down faster. All right, I'm going to throw Kavan in the back way over here. We'll let the heavy choppers take some damage. Not too concerned about that. Keep in mind, if they do go down, they're just going to spit out 6 heavies, so that's fine. The battle essentially turns into a bunch of heavies at the end anyway, so that's okay. Alright, I don't see any heavies, or I don't see any riflemen rather there. And I find the best way to use GBE against these bases is just shock stuff that's around the damn champ, because he's going to have everything clustered in there. And it may not look like it, like you may want to get, you know, the rockets that are peppering away at the bombardiers, but what's really causing the damage is those 7 machine guns that are all lined up together, you know, against the heavies or anything that they're going against. This time we might be a little bit worried about that rocket, because that's going to pick off some pretty crucial bombers over there on the right that are doing some pretty good work for us. He's got us down to 1. It looks like he is using heavy rush, but we'll see. Let's use another one there. Gonna throw some critters in on this rocket, get us some free value. Especially because I'm probably not going to have time to finish it off. He's already got us down, so we got to move. And, yeah, I don't know. We're at 230. I don't know if we scouted for a long time or what's going on, but, okay, there we go. We're going to move again. And let's go critters way over there. We did end up taking down that rocket somehow. I'm not entirely sure, but, what do we get? Yeah, you want to be like, I don't know, 210, 215 plus, it seems. I think this guy just got a really good time on us, so we'll see what happened there. But, oof, 228. 228. I might have to redesign my base a little bit, but let's see what he was able to do. I assume he went heavy chopper bomber. No, okay, so he went all heavy choppers. So, I mean, this can work, and it can be faster, but you 100% have to have bullet for it. I guess basically the idea is you just flare, 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 and then use bullet with energy drink if you don't have enough troops left. But again, it requires bullet. I skipped bullet early on to go forth and get the better stuff. I didn't think he was going to be part of this meta. I didn't think that. But I think by the time we go to 6, the rocket chopper, or sorry, the heavy chopper rush is probably going to be phased out by a little bit. But let's do one more. Let's do one more before we sign off here, guys. We're still in dimes. We still got to push it. Still got to try to push it. This base is a little bit easier. I mean, we're just going to go as widespread as possible. There's no reason not to. This is really where the bombers are going to work best, is not clumped up. When they're clumped up, they're all shooting at the same thing. It goes down really quickly, sure, but you're wasting so much damage that could be spread out elsewhere on the base, right? So, yeah. Anytime that we can get just kind of like a generally wide base that's going to allow them to just kind of pick apart different pieces of it at a time, that's always going to be best. That's always going to be optimal. So, he doesn't have any boom cannons, doesn't have any rocket launchers down here. I'm going to go ahead and shock this one, and let's start to use a couple second winds as we come up this right side on the top corner. want to beef that up a little bit. And I want to make sure this boom cannon does not turn on our bombers. Looks like he's going to be occupied there. That's fine. So let's go ahead and shock up here. Like I said, just shock all that stuff that's in the damage amp. That's all the dirty stuff. That's going to melt your heavies, even though it may not seem like it. There we go. All right, so we get another second wind going. And we're almost at the flare time. I believe we can flare past this, but I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to test that first before we go too crazy. Can we grab it? It seems like it's way out, no? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so this is going to get a little bit tricky, but that's okay. This will actually work pretty well if I time my flares better, because as soon as the bombers turn, if they're not moving, the problem is when they move, when they have to move to be in range of something. If they're already in range of it, they're just literally turning like this and then they fire versus, you know, turning and then walking a couple steps and then getting set to shoot. You know, it saves you like 2 or 3 seconds if they're already within range of the target. So that's always something nice that you can't take advantage of. This guy's getting through us a little bit slowly. Looks like he's going to go through. I find that's the biggest thing. As soon as you unlock heavy choppers and bombers, what people just start to do, like since we went through so much heavy Zuka, you know, a little bit of heavy bomber, where it was just like, okay, you know, I just gotta have enough, you know, troop health and defense to get to make sure that I get through the base without fizzling. But now it's all, you know, we're back to the base race meta. It's no longer just about can you finish, it's how fast you can finish. And as you know, we've seen from here, if you're in that 220 range, you're looking pretty good. Not to say you can't win below that, but that's kind of what you want to be aiming for. So yeah, there it is. So guys, let me know what you think of that down below in that comment section. We'll let the battle finish out. Boom, there it is. And there we go, almost at our season high. So we got some pushing to do, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of that down below in the comment section. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you find it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.